which it appears on the notice paper.
The member for Fisher.
A third of Australians live in regional, rural and remote areas, and as this House knows well, they often face challenges in accessing the services and the opportunities which our city cousins take for granted. This government has shown considerable commitment to redressing the balance and delivering for regional Australia. We've seen record investment in regional infrastructure, including the $1.6 billion for the Bruce Highway upgrades under the Sunshine Coast. In my own electorate, we are seeing mobile phone black spot towers soon to go up at Glasshouse Mountains, BUR and near Peachester. We are seeing the NBN rolling out with high-speed fixed wireless technology in many regional areas, and we've seen hundreds of projects, like $3 million upgrades to the Event Centre at Caloundra under the Building Better Regions Fund. Australia is already receiving some of the dividends of this unswerving commitment in the more than 100,000 new regional jobs created just last year. Madam Deputy Speaker, we often speak about the government's decentralisation agenda in the same terms. However, I don't see it like that. For me, the relocation of government departments is not about what Canberra can do for us, but what our regions can do for the Commonwealth Government. Not benevolence, but efficiency and a commitment to improving the lives of our public servants. Cost-effective delivery demands low-cost, high-quality facilities. Office accommodation costs on the Sunshine Coast are 41% lower than the Brisbane CBD, while operating costs are lower than state averages in Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria. Queensland has the lowest basic flat payroll tax of all the states and territories in Australia. Yet with that, we have high-speed internet in many parts of the coast and NBN rollout due to complete this year. Cost-effective delivery in the 21st century demands access to an innovative culture and a highly educated workforce. We have the University of the Sunshine Coast Innovation Centre, which has become the heart of a fast-growing innovation ecosystem. The Sunshine Coast has been awarded Google E-Town status and has been named a Smart 21st Century Community in 3 of the past 4 years. The Thomson Institute in Batinia is conducting cutting-edge medical research, while companies like Helimods, Presidium Global, Anyquest and APAC Infrastructure are creating new high-tech solutions in defence, aviation and telecommunications. In terms of education, 57.4% of the local workforce hold a tertiary qualification, well above the state average, while the University of the Sunshine Coast is dynamic and growing, offering new courses like medical science and new campuses in Gympie and Fraser Coast. Cost-effective delivery requires good transport links. The Sunshine Coast is already part of the national freight corridor through the Bruce Highway, and I'd like to congratulate my good friend to my right, who has been instrumental in developing the Sunshine Coast infrastructure, particularly on the Bruce Highway. We also boast Australia's fastest growing airport, which by 2020 will service flights from throughout the Asia-Pacific. As I've already mentioned, the Bruce Highway is currently being upgraded with a $1.6 billion investment from the federal government. The member for Fairfax and I are also working hard to secure much more funding to upgrade the North Coast rail line. These projects might sound expensive, and of course they are, but money invested in the regions is money that truly delivers. Finally, cost-effective delivery today requires that we recruit the most skilled and motivated people for the public service. As I've said before, skilled and motivated people in 2018 expect the best business facilities, but they demand the best lifestyle for both them and their families. Madam Deputy Speaker, a Commonwealth agency on the Sunshine Coast would deliver efficiency, cost-effectiveness and high productivity for all Australian people, and I commend that to the House.